Imagine a guy going on a solo wildlife adventure trip. As his day is about to wrap up, he sets up camp near a water reservoir at a dam. The lungs act as a reservoir of blood. About 300 milliliters, or 10 ounces, of blood can be stored in the lungs and can be sent into systemic circulation. When the back is reclined, blood is stored, and when the back is upright, blood is circulated. The dude dives into the water to relax after his long, tiring day. The weather is so perfect for a dip in the water, humid and warm. Humidification and warming is the next function. The lungs bring the temperature of inspired air to body temperature by warming or cooling it by the time it reaches the alveoli. The dude, being the crazy adventurous guy he is, starts to swim his laps in the reservoir instead of just chilling in the water. Instead of becoming relaxed, he becomes even more tired, huffing and puffing and panting. Panting is an important mechanism in body temperature regulation and is brought about by the lungs. On an average, humans release about 200 kilocalories of heat in 24 hours just through expired air. The water body is very well maintained and kept clean of litter thanks to the staff filtering all the garbage and foreign material. This brings us to filtration of foreign matter. Foreign matter is filtered from the lungs by the sneezing reflex, coughing reflex, and the ciliary escalator. Further, large filters are placed at the end to filter out any garbage that escapes from the staff. Filtering action is an important function of the lungs. Pulmonary circulation filters small fibrin or blood clots, gas bubbles, fat cells and detached cancer cells, agglutinate masses of platelets, WBCs and RBCs, and debris from stored blood when transfused. There are metal balls locking the filters in place. Metal balls sound like metabolic. The lungs have a metabolic function. They activate angiotensin 1 to angiotensin 2. Certain substances, including histamines, PGs, and kallikreins, are produced. Surfactant is synthesized in the lungs. Physiologically active substances like bradykinin, PGs, serotonin, ACH, and norepinephrine are removed. Once the dude is done with his swim, he washes his dirty clothes in the water. He uses a stain removal detergent on the clothes and the dirt coagulates. This brings us to anticoagulant action. Mast cells present in the lungs secrete heparin, which prevents intravascular clotting. After he finishes washing his clothes, the dude gets out of the water. He makes a huge puddle around him when he gets out and dries himself. Puddle reminds us of APUD. APUD, or APUD cells, present in alveoli produce hormones that affect the git function and other organ functions. Having finished his swim workout, the dude is very tired and hungry. Being the wild, adventurous dude he is, he plucks out edible plant stems growing near the water and makes some dinner out of them. Ugh. The plant stems are very high in fiber. Fiber reminds us of fibrinolytic. Lungs have a fibrinolytic system. Small clots that are formed will be trapped by the lungs and later subjected to fibrinolysis. As he's eating his dinner, the dude notices an oil factory by the lake. Oil factory sounds like olfaction. The nose is the primary apparatus in the perception of the smell sensation, or olfaction. Taking a closer look, he notices the oil factory dumping its hazardous wastes, chemicals, acids, and bases into the water. This brings us to acid-base balance. The respiratory system alters the level of carbon dioxide in the blood to maintain acid-base balance. The dude, being a wildlife enthusiast and a responsible citizen, cannot watch the injustice of the polluting factory. He raises his voice about it to the people and gives a long, motivating speech. Speech is an important non-respiratory function of the lungs. As air flows out through the larynx, pharynx, oral cavity, and nasal cavity, vibrations are produced, which are responsible for specific sounds that form speech. The dude's speech goes viral and reaches the local mayor. The mayor orders to take action immediately. To neutralize the polluting liquids in the water body, neutralizing chemicals and drugs are administered into the water. Administration of drugs is the final non-respiratory function of the lungs. Gas anesthetic agents like halothane, ether, and other aerosols are administered through the respiratory system. The lake gets cleaned up, the dude becomes a hero, everyone lives happily ever after, yada yada yada, you guys get it. So that's it. Those were the 13 non-respiratory functions of the lungs.